The Good Doctor is a medical drama series that follows the life and career of Dr. Charles Murphy. He is a young surgeon with autism and Savant syndrome. The series explores his challenges and successes as he navigates the competitive and demanding world of medicine at a prestigious hospital. Along with Sean's story, the show also covers the personal and professional life of the other doctors and staff at the hospital as they work together to save lives and provide the best possible care for the patients. The series deals with many important medical and ethical issues and has received positive reviews for its portrayal of autism and its realistic depiction of the medical field. Now we go on synopsis of the episode 1. The title of episode 1 of The Good Doctor is Frontliner Part 1. So the episode 1 is about Dr. Sharmafield treat a patient with an illness that is not only unpredictable in nature, but also unlike anything he or the team at St. George St. Bonaventure has ever seen before, which we know now as COVID-19 virus. As safety protocols and quarantine increased due to the global pandemic, Sean and Leah, who is Sean's girlfriend, their new relationship was tested, where they could not see each other to protect from the unlikely disease. So now we proceed to the first scene.
Thank you.
Sorry, what'd you say? Couldn't hear with the mask.
Thank you. I heard you stepped in for a therapist that didn't come in today.
My son has asthma. I've been doing this kind of stuff for years.
I got a dresser and a crib. Bolted them both to the wall. All that matters is her. I'm gonna do everything right.
You're gonna be a parent. Know where you're doing everything right.
Scene 1 shows a positive critical incident and it is moral support. The communication theory implemented in the scene is to show compassion and support. The scene describes how Dr. Alex massaged his patient while listening to her story. He also gave positive words afterwards. Why did Dr. Alex do that? It is because the patient is pregnant and infected with the COVID-19 virus. So the virus caused her to cough and feel unwell. The effect from the situation is Dr. Alex helps to calm down the patient and make her feel a little better. So what we can understand from this critical incident is that we need to show our moral support and compassion towards people who are having a difficult time and they often need more help than they are doing well.
This is from her bedside table at home. I gave it to her for Mother's Day when I was 13.
Would you like me to?
Please, can I bring it to her?
I'm sorry, Lachelle, I can't. It's just too risky.
I don't care what happens to me. My mother is in there, all alone, hooked up to a machine. I just need to see her and tell her that I love her.
I can't.
Scene 2 shows a positive incident and it is called work ethic. The communication theory implemented in the scene is professional behavior. The scene 2 describes that one of the patient's daughter came to the hospital. She asked permission from Dr. Claire to give a gift and see her mother, but Dr. Claire responded that she is not allowed to visit her mother. The reason Dr. Claire did that is that the visitor's mother is a COVID-19 patient, so it is not safe for her to visit her mother. It is a doctor's job to follow policy like Dr. Claire's to not allow it so the visitor will not be exposed to and infected with the COVID-19 virus as well. Therefore, we should have professional behavior like Dr. Claire, where we need to speak politely to people and make them understand the difficult situation we are in.
Taking a walk on the beach with Susie. We will stay 6 feet apart.
6 feet is the absolute minimum. It's still considered quite a risk.
So not only do you not want to do things with me, now you don't want me to do things with other people?
I want you to be careful, like you want me to be careful.
You don't want me to do anything. I can't go shopping. I can't take a walk. You won't spend any time with me.
I'm a little bit busy.
We're playing poker.
I played poker for 1 hour while I was working. I spent every minute of every day with you.
Oh, well, you should be so happy that I'm taking a hike. It'll be a long one.
Critical Incident 3: Relationship. Communication theory is bad communication in a relationship. Synopsis: This scene shows that Dr. Aaron Glassman tried to tell his wife, Debbie Wexler, to not go out during this pandemic COVID-19. But his wife doesn't hear what he says, and instead she tells him that he tried to control her from doing anything. The cause for this critical incident is Debbie Wexler misinterpreted the advice Dr. Glassman tried to offer her, mistaking it for a demand to do nothing, according to Debbie. The effect: when a couple have a bad communication, they often feeling emotionally unsafe and disconnect. This might lead to breakup in a relationship and resentment toward one another. And for the recommendation, to have a good relationship, it's crucial to pay attention to their feeling. They ought to treat you the same way. When having a discussion, don't make it a competition to see who wins, but instead pay attention and make an effort to comprehend what they are saying.
Who's your most hated Yankee?
I never cared for Paul Revere. Your CBC doesn't show a high white count, which is atypical for acute diverticulitis. We'll see what the imaging shows. Will you bring Walter down to CT?
Sure thing. You remember when they lost Game 7 to the Diamondbacks?
Oh, I cried. Tears of joy.
What? And my what? Hello?
Put on a mask.
But I'm in the...
Put on a mask now. Walter's abdominal CT cut the lower portion of his lungs. It's not diverticulitis, it's COVID. We've both been exposed, and so is everyone who passed through that hallway Walter was sitting in for an hour.
Next is Critical Incident 4: Work Ethic. And the communication theory is poor work ethic and unprofessional behavior. And this synopsis is: this scene showed how careless Dr. Morgan, when she initially did not wear and also did not ask the patient and the nurse who in charge to wear a mask until she found out that the patient was positive COVID-19. And the cause for this critical incident is Dr. Morgan's action that allowed the patient to enter the hospital to do the medical checkup and not wear a mask while in the hospital. And the effect, the patient was found positive COVID-19 and he did not wear a mask while in the hospital, and because of that, the probability for the virus to spread is high in the area. And the recommendation for this critical incident is we must be careful and not take lightly the situation we face, so that we do not make decisions that can give a negative impact on others. We must also follow the procedure that have been made, especially at our workplace. Synopsis of Episode 2: Frontliner Part 2. Dr. Sean Murphy and Dr. Marcus Andrew determined that their patient has been affected with COVID-19. As they struggle to understand and get ahead of a constantly evolving virus, Sean has a hard time balancing his fears and concerns about potentially jeopardizing their health and wanting to be with the woman he loves.
I haven't been thinking straight lately. With everything going on at the hospital, people are dying, and I'm here. And that makes me feel weak. And then I feel scared, and that makes me feel even more weak. And then I feel relieved and safe that I'm here. And that makes me feel like a coward.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I just needed an honest moment. Something to let me know that you actually need me.
Scene 5 shows a positive critical incident, and it is a relationship. The communication theory implemented in the scene is a high degree of mutual understanding in communication. The scene 5 describes how Dr. Aaron decided to express his problem and seek forgiveness for why he always becomes problematic to her wife, while he working for home after they had some arguments in the beginning of the pandemic. What caused that to happen is Dr. Aaron had a couple of arguments with her wife because of misunderstandings and conflict happened between them. The action done by Aaron makes Dr. Aaron's wife accept his honesty and be thankful that Dr. Aaron needs her to solve the conflict between them. This scene taught us that effective communication is vital for building and maintaining healthy relationships. It teaches us that mutual understanding and open communication are key to building trust, respect, and understanding between partners.
All you do is tell me new ways that my husband might die. Every time I talk to you, there's another way. I mean, do you even know what you're doing? What is the point of you? You're useless.
We understand your frustration. COVID targets so many organs.
Technically, this is your fault.
Sean.
Martin never left the apartment, but he still caught COVID. You must have exposed him to it. On the other hand, we are doing all that we can.
That's enough.
The last one is Critical Incident 6, Work Ethic. And communication theory for this critical incident is poor work ethic and unprofessional behavior. Synopsis. This scene shows how Dr. Marcus Andrew and Dr. Sean Murphy struggle with their COVID-19 patient. The wife got angry at Dr. Sean Murphy because he keeps saying things that are unfavorable about her husband's condition. Then, Dr. Sean blamed the patient wife and stated that she is the reason her husband got COVID-19. And the cause for this critical incident is Dr. Sean showed a very poor work ethic and unprofessional behavior in the workplace because he lost his temper at the patient wife. And the effect for this critical incident, this kind of working attitude will make the patient family become anxious and lost trust in the doctor. And the recommendation, a good doctor should reassure the patient family that the patient will be fine and they will do their best to help the patient. And the last one is a conclusion. The first one is a lot of lessons can be learned from this video excerpt in terms of professional and unprofessional behavior in the workplace. The second one, arguing with a couple should be solved maturely to develop a healthy relationship. And the last one, this critical incident enlightened us on the importance of proper and professional interaction between every individual.